Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy the Gamer back again with another video. Now today I'm going to be bringing you guys my guide on how you can literally, and this is not a joke, guarantee yourself a win every single time on Zombies hard mode. Undead Seige came out, and a lot of people yesterday in my stream, my comment section, literally don't have a win. A lot of you guys watching this video either have one win or by chance, or you probably have no wins because you're struggling. You don't know how in the world I was able to get 4 camos yesterday, and you're here for some advice. So I'm going to give you guys day by day, night by night, do's and don'ts, how I was able to win 4 or 5 games in a row, and basically create a method that is guaranteed to win. And especially as you play more, as you level up your abilities more, it's only going to become easier over time. So all I'm asking is that if this video ends up helping you at all, please consider dropping a like, because potentially this video being recommended to someone else who doesn't know how to win can help them out, help them get camos, and help them enjoy the game a little bit more. Also, if you guys are new and you really enjoy the content, I'll be uploading more tips and tricks videos. I believe tomorrow I'm going to upload a full in-depth camo guide once again as to how I was able to unlock 3 Aether camos in 1 game of zombies. And I know this video is going to be lengthy, but I hope you guys can stick with me through it, as if you watch this video in its entirety, you are going to be prepared to win every single game of zombies on hard mode that you play from here on out. So I'm going to start out with a general list of do's and don'ts. These apply to every game you're going to play, and they're just very basic rules that no matter the circumstance, you're going to want to apply to your gameplay. So the first don't of this list is you don't want to buy the perks or hit the mystery box. I know it's zombies, and I know we all love electric cherry and quick revive, and we love the classic feeling of zombies, especially the mystery box. It's literally the greatest thing zombies has ever done. Unfortunately, using these abilities they've added into the game, like the perk system and the mystery box, they cost a lot of points, and they also take a lot of time to go out of your way to these locations with these perks and with these mystery boxes. So really, it just becomes a problem to your game. It becomes more of a distraction rather than something that helps you. So unfortunately, you really can't use any perks or hit the mystery box if you want the best chance to win. Also, I know you guys are looking at the little vending machine. The vending machine is an incredibly amazing part of the zombies mode, and you need to utilize it in specific ways I'm going to talk about later. But a general don't for me is you don't want to buy any of the war machines, the juggernaut, or the death machine before round 3. These rounds, you need to utilize your points for very specific things, in which again I'm gonna lay out a game plan for you guys on how to spend your points and how to properly use them. But please don't buy any of the abilities before round 3. The zombies are easy enough to kill. They don't pose too much of a threat. Even in hard mode, those are rounds 4 and 5 where you want to use as abilities. So round 3, 2, or 1, please do not use your abilities, as I know they're fun and they're cool, but once again, they're more of a distraction. They're there to waste your points rather than give you a helping advantage on those early rounds. And now for some of the do's. You want to get airdrops. I know you might be thinking, airdrops? Well, I don't need the guns. I don't need the little stuff in the airdrops. You do. You need the stuff in the airdrops. They are absolutely crucial to leveling up your turrets and to making it so that you have the materials, or if you don't have the materials, one of your teammates was able to get an airdrop and they could donate you the materials so that you can upgrade your turrets. So get airdrops. You gotta do them. You just gotta do it. It's not fun, I know, but trust me, you need to do that if you want to win this mode. Also, you want to focus on picking up weapons that you're grinding camos for. Now, this seems and pretty much is a very self-explanatory part of the process. If you guys are looking to get a specific weapon camo, the only way you're going to be able to do that is by getting the weapon relatively early on in the game. If you get a weapon on days 1, 2, or 3, it's going to be pretty much a guarantee that you're going to be able to kill enough zombies in order to get those weapon kills for the challenges. And like I said, tomorrow I'm going to release a full in-depth guide on how to do this. But if you guys want the best chance to get camos for weapons, I highly recommend picking them up before round 3, as after round 3, 4, and 5, you still have opportunities to get these kills, and it's actually easier than you think. But at the end of the day, it comes down to just time. This is a time limited mode, and so if you want these camos, and which everyone's playing this mode for, you need to try to pick up those specific weapons or get them on day 3 or before. And now this is single-handedly the most important piece of the video I'm going to tell you guys. If you walk away from this video with one thing, it needs to be this: in order to have a guaranteed chance of winning this mode, you have to play with a team. Playing with randoms, it is going to basically make it impossible. I'm going to be honest. As fun and as easy as it is, as just queuing up and solo queuing, it's not going to work. You're going to have someone disconnect. You're going to have someone who's freaking playing on the toilet. And when they're done using the bathroom, they're going to close out their app and they're going to leave you stranded. You have to play with a 4-man team that knows what they're doing. And so I don't have a COD Mobile Discord, but I know Bobby Plays does have a Discord, and I know he's also set it up for COD Mobile Zombies. So I'm going to be going ahead and linking his Discord down below in the description for you guys, so that if you don't have a team, which most of you guys probably don't have a team, either people in that Discord have come from Bobby Plays, who I know he just released a video. Also, you could come from my stream or my video, and that way you'll at least have watched this video, have a good understanding, and so you'll have, trust me, like 100 times more bigger chance of winning the zombies mode if you play with a team who knows what they're doing rather than playing with randoms. Those are the biggest do's and don'ts, but you're still probably very curious on what to do. And so I'm going to get into the nitty gritty. It's going to be literally, I'm going to have day one, night one. I'm going to go day by day, night by night, and give you guys the exact list of what to do. So starting out on day one, this is a piece of cake. You literally, your goal of this is to go to a nearby point of interest. It doesn't matter if it's, you sometimes you spawn a point of interest. So just go and get a gun. It could be the QQ9 or the QXR. It could be a low grade SMG or a low grade AR. It really doesn't matter. At this point, you're just trying to get a weapon in which you can use to get points on night one. Try to stay away from pistols as they're just not as good for getting points as something like LMG, AR, or SMG. And so it's a pretty chill day one, which will lead you into night one. Now on night one, this is where you start your progression of building turrets. COD Mobile Zombies is all about turrets. It doesn't matter about weapons. It doesn't matter if you level your weapon damage up using the skill tree. It literally doesn't matter. If you don't get upgraded turrets, you will not win. So on night one, you want to get your first turret. And this is also a big piece of information. This is a big do that I guess I forgot to add earlier. You need to put your turrets as close as possible to your machine, and I'm gonna call it the base or the machine or the control center, whatever it is, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You want to put your turret as physically close to the machine as possible, because what that does is it makes it harder for the zombies to destroy, as they have to walk closer to the turret rather than putting your turret at the edge of the bubble. So you want you and your teammates to all put your turrets as close to the control center as possible. You don't need to worry about upgrading this turret on night one, as it is going to be difficult to get enough points, and you probably won't even have the materials required. To save that for night two, and really just focus on shooting the zombies, like I said, and getting as much points as possible. If you need to buy ammo, maybe buy ammo. It might be a bit of a point waste if you buy ammo on night one. So try to get as much ammo during the day as possible. Also a bonus tip, those big, really beefy zombies that they have, those guys you can hit with a wrench. If you hit them with your wrench, it deals, I believe, 1,300 damage without any upgrades. So within 3 hits of a wrench, you're able to kill those guys. And if you have your entire team out there slash them with the wrenches, they'll be dead in a few seconds. So make sure those big guys, night one and night two, you're hitting with the wrenches so that they die really fast. All right, so that leads us on to day two. Day 2 and day 3, you want to work on getting airdrops. I believe the way that the airdrop system works, they can only spawn at 2 or 3 locations, and usually those spawn in groups of 2 or groups of 3. So what you want to do is you want to locate the helicopter. Usually the helicopter is anywhere from 50 to 100 meters away from your control center. Scout it out. You'll get used to the locations pretty fast. I know one of the locations like on top of a roof near a building, so sometimes it can be a little bit hard to find. But you want to get a helicopter. You want to get all your teammates in the helicopter on day 2, and you want to just get all the airdrops. I usually do 2 teammates go to one location and 2 teammates go to the other location. That way, if 4 airdrops spawn, we get all 4 airdrops. The reason you need these airdrops is they have the upgrading components for the turrets, so you literally won't be able to upgrade your turrets, which you need for later on in the game, if you don't get these crucial airdrops. So day 2, first off, focus getting your airdrops, and then once you've got your airdrops, you can kill a few stray zombies, work on getting those kills for your camos, and you can also look for weapons. If you go to specific POIs, I know some POIs have better weapons than others. I guess the rule of thumb is the farther away from the control center you are, the better weapons that you find. But believe me guys, the weapon damage that your weapons do, it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. So just get a weapon you want to use, and it's a bonus if you can get 2 weapons that are of different classifications. So if you can get an AR and an SMG, that way you're not using all of just one ammo type, and you'll conserve your ammo more. All right, going into night 2, you want to buy your second turret. Throughout the night, once again, it's pretty easy like night 1. You want to make sure you're killing the zombies, just being generally aware. And as you're getting these points, you don't want to buy your abilities. You don't want to waste them on anything else. You want to use your points on upgrading your turrets. Typically, after night 2, you can get your turrets to 2 turrets to your green rarity or level 2. And if you're wondering on what type of turret to upgrade your turrets to, I typically go with the grenade route. After I started using just, grenade specific turrets, I was consistently getting the most damage on my team, and that is because the later rounds grenades do splash damage and there's a lot of zombies. So if I were you guys, I feel like the grenade side of things does well. Also, the thunder turret later on when you max it out is a really good turret. At this point in night 2, if you need to buy ammo, that's perfectly fine. I know sometimes myself, I'm not able to find enough ammo during the day, so I have to go and spend those 500 points to get the ammo. But usually, spending 500 points on ammo, you'll be able to get more than 500 points back, so it's a positive point exchange. And at the end of the day, you're able to kill the zombies faster, which you got to do anyways. So the end of night 2, you should have 2 turrets, and your goal for night 2 is just to level them up as much as possible. So day 3 is almost an identical copy of day 2. You want to get your team, you want to hop in a helicopter, you want to locate the airdrops, you want to split up, and you want to get as many airdrops as possible. I want to note though that sometimes airdrops can actually spawn right next to your control center. So there have been a few instances where I've flown away with my helicopter and realized, oh crap, there's 3 airdrops right by our base and we got none of them. So just take a few seconds, locate the airdrops, and then strategize from there. Even if you're not in a voice chat, you can still mark them on the map with the different markers, and you guys can figure out who's going to go to which marker and who's going to get what airdrop. Similarly with day 2, while you're running around getting these airdrops, any stray zombie that you see, please kill. These zombies are crucial to getting those camos for your weapons, because the other zombies in the actual nights are way too HP, they're way too beefy, and so you're not going to be able to kill them. So I just farmed kills on days 2, 3, 4, and 5 because they're super weak and there's a ton of them, and they're literally free kills for your challenges. So night 3, I believe this is where your base moves for the first time. Your base moves 3 times throughout the session. So once again, make sure you place down your turrets. Similarly, as the other nights, and this is a huge theme, you gotta level them up. These airdrops, like I said, that you and your team are finding, these will give you the components and the materials that you need to level up your turrets to the max level. Typically by night 3, sometimes I can get a max turret. That's kind of rare though. I'm usually sitting in the ballpark with 2 turrets, and they're both blue rarity, or one's green, one's blue. Sometimes you're just unlucky and you don't have the parts you need, which is okay. If you're not able to completely max out the turrets, or if you're missing a part, it's all right to build another turret and just work on upgrading that one as well. You don't want to have 4 level 1 turrets, as those are pretty much useless. It's better to have fewer turrets and have them higher upgraded than to have more turrets, like 4, and have them all be level 1 or level 2. If you don't have any parts, you're able to request them from your teammates, and it's honestly amazing when I request something and I get it from my teammates. So don't be stingy. If somebody requests parts from you and you have extra parts, just donate them to them. Maybe later on you'll need parts, but because you donated to your teammates, they'll realize you're a nice person and they'll give you parts back. If everyone's stingy and you guys aren't sharing parts and sharing resources, then it's going to be just a little bit more difficult to upgrade your turrets and to get that win. So just be a good teammate. Donate your parts if you have extra of them. Once again, you don't want to buy any abilities. No war machine, no death machine. These zombies are too weak and you're not going to be able to get enough points back from them to really make it a worthwhile investment. But at the end of night 3, if you have enough points to purchase one of your loadout weapons, like the DLQ, or a special weapon you're working for a camo on, do it. That's what I did to get the DLQ. I purchased it from the vending machine after night 3 and night 4, and I was able to get enough kills throughout the day to get the camo progression. So it's perfectly fine if you spend those 2,500 points after night 3 on getting one of your loadout weapons. So in today 4 and in today 5, and this is where things become make or break. Days 1 to 3 are pretty much the exact same between every game. I played 5 games in a row, and days 3 and 4, 1 to 3 were completely similar and identical. But day 4 and 5, this is where everything starts to count. So what you want to do is there's going to be little challenges popping up. There's going to be a flashing exclamation marks with a countdown timer on it, and you want to get your teammates. You want to get at least 3 of your teammates. 4 is best. It'll get the challenge done fastest, and you want to go ahead and fly to the challenge. On day 4, you're going to have to kill a big butcher boss. It's going to be a huge HP boss. It's going to be pretty easy to kill as long as you don't walk up to it and get killed by it. There are going to be little vehicles around the boss that you can get in. You can enter the turret and you can shoot at it, which is a lot of damage, and it saves yourself some ammo. So I recommend one person runs around, distracts the boss. The other people are sitting back and shooting the boss either in the vehicles or just using the regular weapons. Now, the reason the boss is so important is because it's going to drop a ton of the upgrade parts that you need for your turrets. Like I said, I only recommend 3 people going to this, as the 4th person can go to other airdrops, as airdrops still spawn in this round. But if you take 3 people, go to the boss fight, the other person goes off and gets their own airdrops, you'll be in perfect shape to upgrade your turrets when night 4 comes. This is also a little bonus tip. If there's anything in your inventory like grenades or random just pieces of loot that you picked up that you know you're not going to use, I would recommend dropping them to have more space in your backpack to pick up some of these upgrade parts. And as with all the other days, use day 4, the extra time you have left over, or while you're completing these tasks, to kill the low HP zombies for your camos. The boss challenge this round is especially amazing because it spawns like 20-30 zombies, and they're free kills, they're super low HP, and it's just great for camo progression. All right, night 4 is where things become sort of make or break. If your team has been following this guide and they've got upgraded turrets and they haven't wasted their points and they're in a good position to keep upgrading turrets throughout the round, then it's going to be easy. It's going to be no problem. I've never failed on round 4 using this strategy. But if your teammates have been buying random crap, if they've been wasting their points and they haven't been upgrading their turrets, then you might lose some HP or even lose the game at this point if your team isn't on the same page. So obviously you want to make sure that you're upgrading your turrets. By the end of night 4, you want 2 scenarios. You either want 2 maxed out purple turrets, or you want 3 turrets, 1 of them being purple and 2 of them being blue if possible. Sometimes, like I said, you just don't have the right parts for the upgrades, so it's okay buying an extra turret and upgrading it to green or blue rarity just to make sure that you're still progressing them. As night 5 comes, you'll actually need 4 maxed out turrets. So at the end of the day, you're gonna need a lot of turrets and you're gonna need to max them out. So the best case scenario is 3 purple maxed out turrets. The worst case scenario is like 2 maxed out purple, and then in between is you have 3 turrets, some of them not being maxed out and some of them being maxed out. And this is also where I would actually recommend you guys to maybe get one of your abilities. The War Machine is a great ability to use. It costs 2,000 points, and if you use it in the right situation where there's a ton of high HP zombies grouped up together, what you could do is you can just launch that bad boy in the group of zombies. You can hold down the fire button, and I sometimes can make like 5,000-6,000 points of profit from using the War Machine, which I could use to upgrade my turrets. So although you don't have to use these abilities to win the round, it is good to build up some extra points going into day and night 5. And so day 5, you're thinking this is probably the most stressful day, but actually it's one of the most peaceful days. There's really not much turret upgrading you could do, and you're almost as prepared as possible. But just like day 4, you want to get your teammates, you want to hop in a helicopter or some vehicle, and you want to go to the challenge. Now, this challenge is going to be a little bit trickier, in my opinion, than the first one on day 4. This one, you're gonna have to shoot a crystal until it explodes. It's a high HP crystal, but they're usually in really small areas, and a ton, and I mean a ton, of zombies keep spawning when you're trying to do this challenge. So this is also, just like day 4, a great way to use a weapon you're working for your camos on to kill these extra zombies while you're working on killing the boss. Once you kill the crystal, a bunch of the upgradable parts drop. You want to pick up those upgrade parts. Same as day 4, if you have any things you're not going to use, I suggest dropping them, picking up the upgrade parts, as you will need them come night 5, where you can upgrade your turrets. For the rest of day 5, usually there's around 1 minute and 30 left after you break this crystal. What I end up doing is I just walk around and farm kills for my challenges. It's as simple as that. see if you can stock up on some ammo. I know these bosses usually drop a lot of ammo, so hopefully you're not having to spend too much money throughout the days and throughout the nights on ammo, as you're able to scavenge enough for yourself, running through buildings, gathering as much as you could find. Now, night 5, the night everyone dreads and everyone is scared of, is finally here, and you got to get going fast. You only have 10 seconds to place your turrets. You want to just spam them down once again as close to the machine as possible, as all the other nights have just happened. And this is where, if you don't already have 4 turrets, you should have enough points. I haven't entered night 5 like below 10,000 points. I almost always have like 15,000 points in night 5. So knowing that you have enough points for the turret, you want to buy your turret and you want to spam upgrades. Any of your turrets that could be upgraded, you need to upgrade. If you can have 4 max turrets, 4 purple turrets going into night 5, you're set. It's going to be a lot easier than you think killing the zombies, because these turrets do hundreds of thousands of damage on these zombies in this particular night. So trust me, you and your teammates want to get as many max purple turrets as possible. And I'm gonna be honest, if you can't get enough turrets maxed out before night 5, you're gonna lose. Your weapons and your abilities simply don't do enough damage, and your turrets are gonna be what carries you to that victory. So that's why this entire video I've been emphasizing turrets, because once you realize turrets are the way to victory, you can ensure that every night, every day, you're working on getting the parts, you're using those parts to upgrade them, or you're donating the parts to teammates who are also upgrading their turrets. Now, I have sort of a strategy when it comes to abilities. Around the 3-minute mark, which is pretty early into the round, I buy my first war machine. So what I do, I spend 2,000 points, I get a war machine, and I look for zombies where there's a ton of zombies in a really close area, as this is where a war machine is perfect to use. It does splash damage with the grenades, and so you're able to farm up points and you're able to do a bunch of damage to the zombies. As soon as the war machine has run out, I run back to the vending machine, I spend those points on a death machine, and then same thing. I just mow zombies down. We're going crazy. We're having fun. Looking out for any zombies that are attacking turrets, as if your turrets go down, you're probably going to lose the game. Once that death machine has run out, I keep an eye on the timer, and as soon as my war machine is ready to be purchased after the cooldown, I go purchase the war machine, boom, 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 blow up the zombies. Once the war machine is out, I go buy my death machine and I spray the zombies. This usually leaves me around the 1-minute mark in the round. If you want to purchase a juggernaut, you can, but it's also very risky, as if you're in an ability like that, you're not actually able to heal up your base. And around the 20-second mark of the round, if you've made it that far, there'll probably be a little bit of damage on your base, which is fine. But what I usually do is I just sit behind there and I start whacking. I take out my wrench and I'm just spamming, because at this point, 20 seconds into the match, if your turrets are alive and healthy, all you want to do is prioritize keeping your base alive. I would say have 1 or 2 people slapping your base with the wrench, and the other 2 people out there killing the zombies. I know the gunner zombies, the big chunky war gunner zombies that got the death machine, those are the guys to look out for, because they are able to do damage from range to your base, and they can really take out a large chunk of HP in a very short period of time. And so after 28 minutes and a lot of grinding, you should be met with a little victory pop-up if you've been able to survive. Once again, I did this 5 times in a row before ending off my stream, so I'm still on a winning streak. I've still won 5 games in a row using this specific method. There weren't really any close calls. You just want to make sure that you're constantly looking at your base's HP. If you ever see it get below around 25 HP, you want to go take a few whacks with your teammate and get back to killing zombies. It's really not too nerve-wracking as long as you prepare in the earlier rounds. Once again, if you don't prepare in the early rounds, you're not going to win. That's why this is hard mode, because you need every member of your team to be on top of the game, to be collecting parts, upgrading turrets, making sure they're spending their points wisely, so that when it comes down to crunch time, you guys are prepared. You can just mow down some zombies and get some really sick, awesome camos. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you stuck to the end, thank you so much. As I know this is a long video, it could be a little bit boring as well, but hopefully now you guys are equipped with the information you need for all the days, all the nights, on what exactly to do. Once again, Bobby's Discord will be down below in the description if you guys want to join it and look for a squad, because once again, if you have a squad where you're doing all of this and they're not, you're not going to win. Maybe if 3 people are doing this and 1 person's not, you can barely win. But if 4 people are all using the same method and you're all cranking out turrets and upgrading them, it should be pretty much a free guaranteed win. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's been Undead Seige the Gamer. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.